Class 9 children, king size topic is right here in front of me to be delivered, and I was getting, I must admit, that little lazier in taking up the lecture of isotope, but then I thought about your eagerness and recollected myself, and now I am ready, and I am ready with my all preparation. So children, just read those dark letters. Very prominently I am writing isotopes. Isotope was initially ignored because Dalton says it is one of the drawbacks of Dalton's theory that no two atoms, listen very carefully, no two atoms of a single element can have different masses. Means all the atoms of one particular element will be identical in the masses, and here he fails in his postulate because it was, you can say, majorly discarded, this theory. Why? Because the isotopes are easily available and abundantly available. Yes, maximum of the naturally occurring elements exist in their isotopic forms. So isotope is a Greek word actually, and what is the meaning of the iso and topes? Iso is equal and topos is place, means it has equal place in the periodic table. In the periodic table, isotopes are single element, but they have different masses. So what are the isotopes? Now let me make it more clearer that the isotopes are those elements which have the same number of protons, and you have gained the idea about the importance of the number of protons in the atom. You know that the number of proton decide the atomic number, and it gives the identification to the atom. So if it is the same number of proton, then it means the atom is same. And when the atom is same, then how it is different? It is different not in proton, it is different not in electron, but it is different in neutrons. Neutrons, which is a subatomic or elementary particle which does not have any mass, which does not have any charge but has mass, it is neutral in nature, is different in the isotopic forms of a single element. So that is why more neutrons are found in the isotopic forms actually, and that is why their masses are also more. So in the isotopic form, you will see that elements' atomic number is same, but the atomic masses are becoming bigger. Now, children, a very big question here is that who discovered isotopes? Isotopes are of abundant use in our modern scientific life, I will tell you. But the credit goes to Frederick Soddy, who was a radiochemist. Radiochemist means he was studying about the radioactive elements. So he found around 40 species between uranium and lead, which were isotopic and which had radioactive nature. So he got this first discovery उन्होंने की थी, फ्रेडरिक सॉडी ने किया था. Now when I have taken this challenge to teach you about the isotope, I must admit that isotopes cannot be studied without the help of example. Example play the most vital role in study of isotope, because the isotopes are what? These are the elements. So we will give the different examples of the elements which are isotopic forms of each other. I hope that you understand now the what is isotopic form. Means the elements are same and their mass number is different, means atomic number is same. So here very abundant element, hydrogen, you all must know about it because it acquires the first place in the periodic table, children, and that we call hydrogen. Hydrogen, the lightest element also, and it has just one atomic number and just one mass number as well. This is the single element which doesn't have any neutron in its nucleus. Neutron is missing in the normal hydrogen, but I have shown neutron as black in the isotopic form of hydrogen, which is deuterium. So here the mass number also increases because the neutron also gives mass to the atom. इसकी वजह से इसकी mass number क्या हो गई? ड्यूटेरियम को D से भी रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं और नॉर्मल हाइड्रोजन को प्रोटियम भी कहते हैं, उसको P से भी उसकी सिंबॉलिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन होती है. तो यहाँ पर आपने देखा कि एक रेड मैंने डाला और एक ब्लैक डॉट भी डाला. यहाँ पर सिर्फ एक रेड डॉट है जो कि हाइड्रोजन की है, कि प्रोटॉन की है. तो प्रोटॉन एवरीवेयर इज represented by red dot, and you will see that in tritium the second isotopic form has two dots, means it has two neutrons. So from lighter towards the heavier it is going in the isotopic form. This happens actually, यही होती है. आइसोटोप्स में आप देखेंगे जैसे जैसे आइसोटोप्स के स्पीसीज चेंज होते हैं, इसको न्यूक्लिड्स कहते हैं। वाई न्यूक्लिड्स और स्पीसीज भी कहते हैं? बिकॉज दे हैव द सेम एटॉमिक नंबर, यानी कि एटम तो सेम है लेकिन उसके स्पीसीज अलग हो गए, वो उनके न्यूक्लियाई डिफरेंट है। न्यूक्लियाई में क्या होती है? न्यूट्रॉन, एंड दैट न्यूट्रॉन इज मोर इन द आइसोटोपिक फॉर्म, and that more neutron does all type of construction and destruction. I am going to tell you what is radioactivity. So second example I have taken here of carbon. Carbon has two isotopic forms, that is your carbon 13 and carbon 14, and both are of good use in our day to day life. Carbon 12 is abundant, which is your around 98.6% of the earth's crust is the availability of carbon, जो भी हमारे सराउंडिंग में कार्बन, उसकी अराउंड 98.6% सिर्फ कार्बन 12 है। और 1.4% में टू आइसोटोपिक फॉर्म्स भी आते हैं, कार्बन 13 एंड 14। तो यहाँ पे न्यूट्रॉन इन कार्बन 12 इज जस्ट 6 प्रोटॉन एवरीवेयर बिकॉज द कार्बन हैज एटॉमिक नंबर 6, बट इन द कार्बन 13 you will find that there are 7 neutrons, and in carbon 14 it is your 8 neutrons. So this make it radioactive. Now here try to clear the situation with more examples, and examples are sodium, which is a very common element. Sodium has the normal sodium which has atomic number 11 and mass number 23, has one isotopic form also, that is your sodium 24. So here naturally in sodium 23 neutrons are 12 in number, but in sodium 24 neutrons are 13 in number, and it is found in very less quantity. Then chlorine has two isotopes, chlorine 35 and chlorine 37, and both are very prominently found in our surrounding. Then oxygen has two isotopic form. One is your normal oxygen, abundant oxygen, which we inhale, and all the living beings take this oxygen for their survival. This is your oxygen 16, and oxygen 18 भी होती है, क्योंकि ये बहुत कम परसेंटेज है इसकी, ये oxygen 18 है. Now try to understand what is about the stability of these isotopic forms, because why we always question the stability of the isotopes due to its higher energy level. You know that isotopes have more neutrons, and single neutron, I am telling you here, I have not written but I am telling you here that a single neutron possesses 32 million volt of energy. MeV is the representation, million volt of energy. So million volt is what? You can imagine the kind of energy that does it generate. The emission of single neutron will generate 23 million volt of energy, and that energy actually makes the nucleus of the isotopic form unstable, due to which they start giving the radiations and they become radioactive. But there are stable isotopes also. तो अनस्टेबल भी होते हैं और स्टेबल भी होते हैं. सो 80 एलिमेंट्स जो है उनके आइसोटोप्स जो है उनमें स्टेबिलिटी है. Around 80 elements have their stable isotopes. About 2/3 of stable isotopes occur naturally in the Earth's surrounding. जो भी stable isotopes हैं उनकी availability हमारे surrounding में naturally है. They are not man-made, and they are available in multiple stable states, species. Now try to understand that what is the average atomic mass, because it is a very close term associated with the isotope. Why we are calling average? Because you all have got the idea of atomic masses, but why I am using a term average with it? So children, isotope is nothing but just a game of different mass number, and mass number actually makes the atomic mass of the element and relative mass of the element. So why I am calling average atomic mass? Because what happens that the maximum of the elements have their isotopic forms. तब तो ऐसा हो जाएगा कि अगर हमने ऑक्सीजन 16 का, तो ऑक्सीजन 16 तो एक एबंडेंट ऑक्सीजन की एटॉमिक मास, और ऑक्सीजन 18 भी है, तो which will be the right atomic mass? Here question arises. This, so those atomic masses are only taken into account for the calculation purpose whose occurrence in our surrounding is more than 10%, because these isotopes are also available in very trace amount, very less, बहुत छोटे अमाउंट में ये हमारे सराउंडिंग में प्रेजेंट होते हैं. ऐसा भी होता है कि कोई आइसोटोप इतनी कम होती है कि उसकी परसेंटेज 1% 2% ही होकर रह जाती है, जबकि कुछ ऐसे भी आइसोटोप्स हैं जिनकी फिनोमिनल प्रेजेंट है. दे मेक देयर प्रिडोमिनेंट प्रेजेंस इन आवर सराउंडिंग. दे आर वेरी रॉबस्ट, like chlorine. Chlorine has both of the isotope 35 and 37 abundance in our surrounding. Boron, then your also copper. These are the isotopic, these are the elements which have their isotopic forms also can't be ignored. So in those cases where the isotopes have more than 10% occurrence in their surrounding, then we cannot ignore the atomic mass of that isotopic form, and then in that case we will have to calculate the average atomic mass. So you may have seen that in the case of chlorine, the atomic mass is not written just 35 and 37. These are the two isotopic forms of chlorine, chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. But when you will see the periodic table, you will find that the atomic mass of chlorine is referred as 35.5 there. In fact, in the case of hydrogen also, the atomic mass actually is 1.008 atomic mass unit, which is the average atomic mass of hydrogen 1, 2 and 3. But since 1.008 is very close to 1, that is why when we write the atomic mass of hydrogen, just for the convenience in the calculation purpose, उसको आसान बनाने के लिए, ज़्यादा उसको fractional नहीं बनाने के लिए, we write just 1U. But we cannot do the same in the case of other elements where we are finding the average atomic mass in the bigger fraction, like in the case of chlorine. So chlorine 35 and chlorine 37, everywhere in the surrounding, these are found in the form of mixture. आपको कहीं भी लैब में भी जब हम लोग काम करते होते तो क्लोरीन 35 और क्लोरीन 37, because it is a gaseous element, उसकी मिक्सचर ही मिलती है. Now here I must say that the masses do not make difference in their chemical property. Isotopes are actually identical in their chemical properties due to the same number of electron. Their number of electron is same. Naturally, electronic configuration is same, valence shell is same, valence electron is same, valency is same, combining capacity is same, due to which you will not find any difference in their chemical properties. But physical properties differ. Why? Because the mass is different, and mass is what? It is a one kind of physical property, you must be knowing. So here when we are calculating the atomic mass of chlorine, then chlorine 35, which has the abundance of 75% in our surrounding, and chlorine 37, which has also a very prominent presence, which is 25% in our surrounding, both are taken into account, and then the average atomic mass is calculated by the method of percentage mass. So average atomic mass will be what here? 75 by 100 multiply 35, first isotopic form, plus 25 by 100 multiply 25, the second isotopic form, and when you will extend and you will simplify this calculation, you will get 35.5 unified mass, which is the actually average atomic mass of chlorine. In the similar way, we calculate the atomic mass of bromine also, then boron also, then copper also, etc. So children, this is how I tried to introduce the concept of isotope, and I hope that this must have been helpful in understanding you about the different isotopic forms and how their atomic masses are calculated and how they are ignored. They are ignored, in maximum cases they are ignored, and in some cases they are calculated also. And I have told that what will be the circumstances, कौन सी ऐसी situation होगी जिसमें उसको भी लेना है. Now I am moving towards the most important HAP and the most scientific part of radioisotope. This is a coming of age topic, children. Radioisotope, because this has found the maximum use in the nuclear science. In the you every day you all are studying about the projects of NASA and all, then they are all dealing with the radioisotope. This is a abundant kind of energy which is generated in the nuclear reactors is only because of the radioisotope. So what are radioisotope? Radio here means radiation. Radiation, what are the radiation? Let us try to understand about the radiation. I have told you that there are isotopes which are stable and unstable as well. So what make any elements isotope unstable? Abundant energy. Because you know that in the isotope there are excess of there are more number of neutrons, and I have already given you idea that these neutrons have excess of energy. So what happens that the neutrons find themselves unable to keep their nuclear energy, means binding energy, intact inside द न्यूक्लियस ओनली, क्योंकि उनके पास इतनी ज्यादा एनर्जी हो जाती है कि उस एनर्जी को न्यूक्लियस के अंदर कन्फाइन करके रखना बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट और सपोज दैट इम्पॉसिबल हो जाता है. इन दैट केस व्हाट हैपेंस दैट दे स्टार्ट एमिटिंग एनर्जी and they give the energy in the form of radiations, and these radiation make that particular isotope a radioactive element. And what are the three ways? They give radiation in three ways. What are these three ways, children? First is your emission of gamma ray, highly energetic ray which does not carry any mass and it is neutral. Then your emission of alpha particle. Alpha particles are nothing but the charged helium atoms, doubly charged helium atom, because helium has 2 electrons, and when these 2 electrons are removed then it becomes helium ion, and this helium ion is nothing but the alpha particle and they are moderately energetic, means इसकी स्पीड जो होती है वो मॉडरेट होती है, neither as higher as beta and gamma ray. Then your third type of radiation will be your beta radiation. Beta radiation are what? There are two types of beta decay or beta radiation we call it, because this is your beta plus and beta minus. Beta plus is your positron and beta minus is your simple electron. जो हम लोग एक्सरे वगैरह करवाते हैं वो बीटा माइनस से होती है, and beta plus is your positron which is found inside the nucleus of the atom, because it is a positively charged elementary particle, but it is does not carry any mass. So it only constitute in the charge, positive charge, to make the nucleus densely positively charged. But the charge is also not of one unit. That is why it is not calculated. The charge is not calculated in the final coulombic charge. तो ये तीन तरह के रेडिएशंस होते हैं बेसिकली, अल्फा बीटा एंड गामा रे. नाउ डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द टाइप ऑफ आइसोटोप, जरूरी नहीं है कि हर में से हर रेडिएशन निकले. किसी एक पार्टिकल, किसी एक एलिमेंट से एक ही टाइप की रेडिएशन निकलेगी, एंड देन वी हैव टू पिक एंड चूज दैट व्हाट टाइप ऑफ रेडिएशन डू वी want to get our work done. If we want alpha radiation, then we will choose a particular element like barium, thorium, etc., which give alpha particle. If we want beta radiation, then likewise, and gamma radiation, then cobalt 60, etc., give the gamma radiation. And these isotopes have a heavy use in our day-to-day life in all the fields. I am going to tell you that only in my next segment. So all chemical elements can exist as radioisotope. Yes, it is possible that all the chemical elements can be found in the form of radioisotopes. Like you may have seen that the hydrogen, which is so abundant element, also has a radionuclide. न्यूक्लिड कहते हैं स्पीसीज को, उसी उसके आइसोटोपिक फॉर्म को न्यूक्लिड भी कहते हैं, रेडियोन्यूक्लिड, जो कि ट्रीटियम है, बिकॉज द ट्रीटियम has 2 more neutrons, just 1 proton and 2 neutrons, and that is why it is radioactive, because it emits your radiations, and that's how the radioisotopes are found in our surrounding. Now, as I told you earlier, that the radioisotopes are of heavy use in our day-to-day life, and they are used in the different arena of our life. Let us try to know about that. Where do we use them? Actually, radioisotopes are used much in our medical science. Children, here I will try to tell you one thing, that the Ernest Rutherford, you know that he was the father of the nuclear physics. He has a group of, his team was a bigger team, and all the scientists in the team were highly innovative, and they discovered invented new things in the world of, you can say, atomic physics. So two scientists were Geiger and Muller. These were the two scientists. एक का नाम Geiger and एक का Muller था. उन दोनों ने मिलकर एक मशीन बनाई, and that machine is called Geiger-Muller counter. This machine actually is a wonderful innovation in the world of nuclear physics. Why? Because the Geiger-Muller counter counts what? Question arises. It counts radioactive radiation. Yes, that is the, you can say, hard task that it does. So Geiger-Muller counter was invented by the Geiger-Muller scientist, and it has the, you can say, all the uses of radioisotope depend upon the working of Geiger-Muller counter, children. So in nuclear medicines, like there is an element which is called cobalt, and cobalt has an isotope cobalt 60. This cobalt 60 emits gamma radiation. Now I am going to tell you that this gamma radiation helps in treatment of cancer which is just spreading like epidemic in our society because of the faulty lifestyle. So cobalt 60 is injected in a small amount because it is radioactive, and naturally its treatment is done layer by layer, मतलब काफी लंबा चलता है, हर हफ्ते इसको देना पड़ता है, इंजेक्ट करना पड़ता है, और इस तरह से इसकी ट्रीटमेंट होती है. तो कोबाल्ट 60 को थोड़े से अमाउंट में इंजेक्ट करते हैं अपने बॉडी में, तो देन इट गोज इन द ब्लड एंड इट स्टार्ट्स मूविंग इन द ब्लड. नाउ देयर आर कैंसरस ट्यूमर्स इन द बॉडी ऑफ द पेशेंट. So how this cobalt 60 detects the cancerous tumors? First, try to understand the gamma rays are radiated. Gamma rays have very high penetration because it hits the cell directly, and burns the cell. तो वेन के अंदर जहां जहां ट्यूमर फॉर्म कर चुकी है वहां पर जाकर ये कोबाल्ट 60 तो नेचुरली ये रेडियो एक्टिव है तो ये एमिट करेगी रेडिएशन, तो वहां जाकर ये रुक जाती है बिकॉज द ट्यूमर स्टॉप्स इट एंड देन व्हाट हैपेंस दैट दिस स्टार्ट्स गिविंग इट्स रेडिएशन and that radiation is counted by the Geiger-Müller. एक आपको पता है MRI मशीन होती है, उसके अंदर बॉडी को डाल देते हैं कोबाल्ट 60 देकर और then it reads, Geiger-Müller counter reading is done and that reading detects that okay, these are the points in the body which are where the cancerous tumors have been developed, because from these points रेडिएशन गामा रेडिएशंस आर एमिटिंग. यही होता है एक्चुअली, साइंस इसके पीछे की यही है. जहां जहां ट्यूमर है वहां वहां गामा रेडिएशन एक्यूमुलेट हो जाती है, गामा रेज एक्यूमुलेट, कोबाल्ट 60 की एक्यूमुलेशन हो जाती है और गामा रेज एमिट होने स्टार्ट होते हैं और गामा रे की एमिशन से वहां के जो कैंसरस ट्यूमर्स है उनके सेल्स बॉर्न होते हैं. दीज कैंसर सेल्स आर बॉर्न बाय द गामा रेडिएशंस एंड दैट इज आउट द लेवल फेजेस ऑफ द कैंसर, बिकॉज इट इज इन द फर्स्ट स्टेज, सेकेंड स्टेज और थर्ड स्टेज इज ऑल्सो डिटेक्टेड. बिकॉज इफ there are more tumors, then the cancers become sometimes can't be treated. And this is your first application in the medical science. Second application in the medical science itself is in the treatment of goiter. Iodine, which is, you know, that causes deficiency of, it is a deficiency disease which is called goiter, and if you are not taking proper iodine food, then there are chances that the thyroid gland will be becoming dysfunctional और इससे goiter हो जाती है. तो goiter treatment is also done by the iodine 131. This is an isotope of iodine which is injected directly in the goiter gland, and then it burns the goiter gland slowly, and it is done also in the layers of the treatment is done, levels of the treatment is done. Then in biology, to detect the age of the different fossils etc., carbon dating is done. What is carbon dating? Carbon dating uses carbon 14, which is also an isotope of carbon. So with the help of this carbon dating process, carbon 14 element which is found in very less quantity in our surrounding, because the carbon has the abundant carbon is carbon 12, तो carbon 13 की यूज होती है एक माइनिंग वगैरह में उसकी यूज होती है, और carbon 14 की कार्बन डेटिंग में होती है, जिससे कि आपने सुना होगा कि ओके at that place during the excavation some eras sculpture are found, statues are found. So how to detect that what is the era, what is the age of that statue? That is all done by the carbon dating. What is the age of some fossils of the extinct animals are found? So they all are done by the help of carbon dating. Because actually in the carbon dating what is done, that the carbon is present in the every living being's body. That carbon undergoes the carbonization after the death of the body, and that carbonization is the slow conversion of the eliminating the elements from the body, other elements of the body, and just accumulating the carbon inside the body. तो वो कार्बन कितनी ओल्ड हो चुकी है उसका पता चल जाता है, और इससे उसकी एज मालूम हो जाती है कार्बन डेटिंग के प्रोसेस से. देन देयर आर सम ट्रेस एलिमेंट्स. ट्रेस एलिमेंट्स आर व्हाट विच कैन ट्रैक. ट्रेस मतलब ट्रैक करना भी होता है, एंड ट्रेस की एक और मीनिंग होती है कि वेरी लेस. दीज ट्रेस एलिमेंट्स आर एक्चुअली हियर बोथ ऑफ द मीनिंग इज अप्लाइड. व्हाई? बिकॉज दे आर वेरी लेस, like carbon 13, sodium 23 etc., sodium 24, sorry, not 23, sodium 24 and carbon 13 are very less in our surrounding, and their mixture is used to trace the leakage in the gas pipelines. You know that there are gaseous fuels like your PNG, LPG, CNG etc., and they are transported to the pipelines. So what happens with the gaseous fuel? These trace elements are also mixed inside the pipelines, and what happens until unless the pipe it is traveling inside the pipeline, there is no problem. लेकिन जहां भी पाइपलाइन में कुछ डैमेज है तो वहां से, चूंकि ये रेडियो एक्टिव है, तो वहां से एमिशन बाहर निकलनी शुरू हो जाएगी, रेडिएशन बाहर आने शुरू हो जाएंगे. It will start accumulating at that place, and it will give out the radiation outside the pipeline, and then it is detected that okay, from here there is a leakage, because the Geiger-Müller counter is always active to detect the leakage due to these emissions. So these emissions give us indication about the leakage of the gas pipelines, and then they are repaired. It is of higher use because it protects us from the unforeseen circumstances like the accidents and all. So this is the use. then you know that water is H2O, which is the normal water we drink, but there is a heavy water also, children. Heavy water is of the heavy hydrogen. Heavy hydrogen is what? Deuterium, the second isotope of the जिसमें कि hydrogen की mass होती है 2. So that D2O is used as a propellant in the nuclear reactors or in the satellites. What happens when the satellites are projected? They must get projected in such a velocity that they leave the Earth's gravitation, and that is called escape velocity. So escape velocity is 11.6 kilometer per second. So to give the escape velocity to the satellite, a propellant is needed. Propellant is what? Which can propel. So that propellant is your heavy water, which is used in the nuclear reactor. This is also one of the use. Then your uranium-235 is of abundant use. How? I am telling you. Now I am trying to conclude the radioactive uses of radioactive isotope with the use of uranium-235. Actually, we can call it the father of all radioisotope because it gives just Frank neutron when it splits, undergoes fission reaction, and that is why it is used in the nuclear weapons. Because you know that the atom bombs are actually does the fission reaction of the uranium-235, and it is also used in the nuclear power plants to generate abundant electrical energy also, and nuclear energy. So what happens in the splitting of the uranium-235, that 92 uranium-235, 235 is its isotope. There are two more isotopes, 236, 238 also, is heated upon by neutron, and it is split into two smaller nuclei, barium-141 and krypton-92, and 3 neutrons are given. So these 3 neutrons give excessive of energy, and that energy is constructively used also and destructively used also. Constructively where it is used in the power plants, and in the weapons it is used in destruction. So this is my class of isotope, everything. I try to give you the brief information about the radioactivity. Also, it is a bigger topic which cannot be confined in this class. But still I have tried my level best. You just get acknowledged of it, and I am saying that you also try to gather information through different media sources about the radioactivity. It will give you much interest and it will consume you hard. That's my message to you in this class.